If all you do with AI is create Studio Ghibli images, my friend, you need to watch this video. Hi everyone, I'm Ishan Sharma, and in just the past couple of months, AI has progressed so much that we can now create full-blown movies and animated videos and create apps that anyone can use from scratch by just writing English. That is the crazy world we're living in today, and this video will have 5 amazing AI tools that you can start using today to create movies, to create apps, to do a lot more. And by the end of this video, I'll also share an amazing HubSpot resource that will help you become more productive with AI. Make sure that you watch till the end. There's so much to unpack. I'll talk about each tool. I'll apply that tool and show you what can you make with it. And at the end, I'll also share some bonus insights. I'm sure you must have created Studio Ghibli images of yourself and your friends, but did you know that you can turn those images into full-blown animated videos? And you can do that for free. Let me show you how that works. So I put out a reel on my Instagram in which I showcased my friend's wedding, but animated. So I turned every picture from the wedding into Studio Ghibli images and then turned that into full-blown animated videos. And let me show you how you can do the same. So for example, here's a picture of me walking in a trail in Seattle. I'll just drag and drop this image over here. I'll go to image generate and I'll say turn this image into Studio Ghibli style, for example. I'm sure you would have done this, and it creates this image in front of you. Now I will basically save this image and then I'll go to Kling AI. Kling AI has the best state-of-the-art image to video generation tool, and essentially you can put this image, you can describe what you want, and it will create a complete image for you from scratch. So I'll just open up Kling AI and I'll basically drop that image. And now I can define what do I want the animation to be like. So person walking along the trail while looking and smiling at the camera. And I can then basically go to inspiration and tell how do I want my camera to behave. So I can make the camera stationary, I can make it handheld, I can make it zoom out, I can make it zoom in. Let's say I should do zoom in for this because it's a zoomed out video, and I can just create on generate. I think free users get about 200-300 credits, and with 35 credits you can generate this video, which means that you can easily create 5 to 6 videos from scratch. There is a lot more that you can add as well. So if you go to elements, you can basically add multiple images. So it could be an image of a dog, it could be an image of a garden, it could also be an image of a person, and then you can basically type out that I want all of these elements to be in one video, and then it will make that for you as well. So this is the elements part of it, but I've just chosen one frame and I've asked it to animate that frame. And in just about 1 minute, here is your animated video created by Studio Ghibli image. This is amazing. You can now also do some lip syncing. So you can add some text and you can have the lips of the person moving so that you can create a completely animated talking head video if that's what you want. But this is a great way to create full-blown animated videos that you can then club together and create an entire video or a movie of sorts. So that's how this works. I did this with that friend's wedding. So if you will look at this, if I'll play this, as you can see, this is what it looks like. There was some more wedding rituals. So if I'll play this is what that looks like. So these were all animated by just one image and a prompt. As you can see, the bride is shy but slowly looks up and looks at the groom and is blushing. The camera zooms in and then it basically does that animation right here. So basically, prompt to ChatGPT image generator to Kling AI equals animated videos for you. Now, if you're like me, you probably would have tried hundreds of AI tools which have promised a lot but delivered very little. The thing about most AI tools is that they're great for generic tasks, but as soon as your work gets specific, that is when it falls apart. Well, I just found a report by HubSpot which gives you the complete guide to using Claude 3.7 Sonnet and how you can use it across multiple projects. I like how it gives you a detailed explanation of the hybrid reasoning approach used by Claude. According to it, you can choose when you want Claude to give you standard quick responses and when you want Claude to go in deeper reasoning. And this dual mode reasoning is what sets Claude 3.7 apart from other previous models. If you're a content creator like me, the project section can be really helpful to you. It shows you how you can create dedicated AI workspaces for specific tasks or workflows. This creates a seamless experience where the AI can anticipate what you will need next. The artifact section was my favorite. It shows how to create documents that update on their own, no manual updates. But this guide doesn't just stop at text or documents. The section on visual intelligence shows how to build interactive dashboards that make your data easy to understand. It's completely free. Check out the link in the description to access this guide. The next app is Rork AI. Now imagine the ability to turn text into complete built out app that anyone can download on their iOS or Android phone and start using it from today. That is the power of Rork AI. Now I'll show you what I built with it. This is a ChatGPT clone. Let me just refresh it. To give you an example, I basically asked it, build me a ChatGPT clone. I'll provide you with a Gemini LLM API key, which will run to give replies whenever someone asks a question. With just this one single line, I was able to turn this into a fully made out application like this one. And the way to use it on an Android or iOS app is to basically just download this app called Expo Go on your phone, and then just scan this QR code. And when you do that, you can basically load this app into your phone itself and you can use it whenever you want. In the settings, I can basically add my Gemini key and I can add my model as well. So I can basically just go to aistudio.google.com. I can click on get API key, create API key, and I can get my API key for free right there. And I can basically put that over here and I can then start using this chat bot right here. And I can use it on my phone as well, like you can see right next to me. But if you look at what it does is it basically breaks down the project into multiple steps. So it says I'll create a UI first, then I'll do state management, then I will do API integration with Gemini LLM, then I will create multiple other features like multiple conversations, message history, settings for API key, and then it will go down and create the structure for the program as well. And then it will create all of these files. Of course, you can go into the preview and you can see all the code if you want to do that. And then you can also just see the preview of it and you can publish it. When you publish it, basically that means that once it is published, then anyone can get access to it and they can start using it for free. And again, I built this without paying Rork, and you can do the same. Now, this was just one example. You can pretty much build any app that you want to. So let's say, for example, I want to build a project management app that looks like Tinder. Okay, I'll just say that and it will then start creating this app from scratch. So if you'll see, it's thinking, it breaks it down into multiple steps, comes up with a design approach, app structure, starts by creating important files. It will take about 5 minutes at max to set everything up, and you can actually see the code being written out in front of you. And in just 3 to 5 minutes, I had this ready to go app that I can use. You can scan this QR code and you can basically play around with this app on your phone right now. So I wanted to go ahead and actually look at this. This is what it looks like. You can have your team members over here. You can create any project that you want to, and it will appear like a card that you can then swipe right or left on if you've done it, if you've completed it. And then you can create your profile. You can add analytics, and it's a functional app that anyone can use. I'll just publish it right here and I'll put the link of it in the description of this video. I'll also publish it to TestFlight so that any one of you can download it and start testing it out if you have an iPhone. But now you have the ability to turn text into ready to use mobile apps that you can then deploy with a click of a button right here, as you can see. And that to me is the best part about AI. It makes it so much more accessible for you to go to market, and that breaks the barrier for you having to learn everything from scratch and doing everything from the basics. It gives you a head start, and then it is all about how good you are at selling something and your skills to market this thing that you've just built yourself by just writing plain text. That to me is insane. Now, as you all know, we're in the era of AI agents, and there's one amazing tool which I've talked about before called Manus.im. So I got access to Manus finally, and it works like a charm. So for example, I can basically just go to Manus, which is a general purpose AI agent, and I can ask it, find me leads for B2C AI companies based in Seattle who have raised at least $2 million, or I can just change the city to actually San Francisco so that I can get good results. $2 million and haven't posted much on their YouTube channel but have massive potential for it. Show me the results in a nicely formatted website, then I can basically just click on enter. And so what it will basically do is it will go through all the available data on the internet, and it will give me the best information for all the B2C companies in San Francisco who have raised at least $2 million. And then it will create that list and present it to me in a website format. This is the best use case for Manus for me as a marketing agency owner. So I can leave it for about, I think, 10 minutes or so, and it will get back to me with all the results. But this is a feature which not everyone has access to. Manus is not available for everyone, and they've also just rolled out their paid plans. So if I go into upgrade, I will have to start paying $40 a month and $200 a month. But there is another Chinese tool which is coming out. It's called Genspark. So Genspark is something very similar, and I'll give it a prompt. So I'll say I'm traveling to, I don't know, maybe Malaysia, or let's just make it specific, Kuala Lumpur, in the month of October 2025. Suggest the best, let's say, 1 week itinerary. They have this thing called super agent, which basically has access to different versions of agents. So this one is using the travel agent, but we can also very well ask it to use any other agent depending on what task we have to do. So it will first of all find out where should I be living, what all should I be exploring, and it goes through every detailed site that it trusts and creates a great itinerary for me to go for. If you will open Manus, you can actually see that it is going through all the descriptions of companies who are in San Francisco, figuring out how much money they've raised, and coming up with a list of companies that I can reach out to. And this is a great way to grow your company, reach out to the right people, and then schedule meetings with them. And after making us wait for about 20 minutes, Manus has now created that list. So I will click on this website and I can see the entire list of possible companies that I can reach out to in San Francisco, and they can potentially become my clients. So I have the name of the founder, their LinkedIn profile, the office address, how much they've raised, their YouTube potential, and then I can start reaching out to them one by one. I can obviously give a better prompt. I can specify the funding, the employee team size, and I can get a much specific audience. But this was just an example of how to use Manus or any other AI agent for lead generation, which is a very important part of growing a social media agency. And if you will see, Genspark is actually searching all of these things: budget hostels, vegetarian Indian food in Kuala Lumpur, co-working spaces in Kuala Lumpur, free activities to do there, public transport. So it is basically doing all of these tasks on my behalf, while I can just sit and relax and see it do this, or I can do anything else that I might want to do as well. And you can see the depth of research that it is going into. If I ask it to basically book some cafe or some hostel, it will actually call and make that reservation on my behalf. And that is the craziest part about Genspark, and it is free for you to start using right now. And now I have an in-depth itinerary for where should I be staying, my hostel, where should I be traveling, what should I be eating, and everything in the middle. And that to me is the best part about Genspark. That was just one example. You can use it for practically anything that you would want to. I can also ask it to call for me, as you can see, book a table at this place for Wednesday's birthday celebration. I can even ask it to cross-check some facts. I can even ask it to do some data search. AI agents can practically help you automate all the things that you would do yourself, but do it at scale. So start using it if you have not already. Check out Genspark, check out Manus, check out ChatGPT Operator if you have access to that. That's too expensive, but start using these today and see its power. Let's go back to video tools, and this AI tool in particular has blown everyone's mind. Higgsfield AI is able to create Hollywood level shots of anything that you have. Imagine having just one picture and asking it to take anything from a 360-degree orbit to an action run shot to an arc shot to a FPV drone shot. It has a huge list of shots that it can basically take from just one picture. And that to me is the craziest part about it. As you can see, you can just ask it to create these shots from scratch and it will do it for you, again starting for free. So I used it for one example. I basically got this picture of some person, and as you can see, it was able to animate this and give me that arc shot. So it's not only just tilting the image, it's creating a 3D environment around it. So even the elements which were not present in the picture, it was able to regenerate that and show me that as it is turning around. And that is amazing. This is just one example, but you can basically ask it to create any type of zoom ins. You have fisheye, you have car chasing, you have low shutter, pretty much anything which would require you to have some template, transition, some professional camera, you can now do it for free on Higgsfield AI by just sitting in your room without putting in a lot of effort. And that to me is the craziest part about it, because that means that it is now possible for anyone to create amazing movies and videos that you can put on social media, that you can put out on cinema, and it can be created by AI in seconds. The last tool of this video is Runway ML. You might have heard of them before, but they've just come up with Gen 4, which is their latest video generation model, which finally enables you to create consistent characters throughout every frame that you are using in the generations. So let me show you an example of just how incredible this looks like from the founders themselves. So if you will go over here, you can see that the same character can be used in different frames and they will still look the same. And that was the biggest challenge before. So if I will take you over here, this is one person. That same person is in different environments, different shadows, different lighting, and it is still looking the same. There are no changes, which means that you can definitely now use it to create movies and it will look very much realistic. This is incredible. Now this is a paid one, so I bought Gen 4 at Runway ML. I put this picture of this iPhone and I said that top shot camera view of someone unboxing the original iPhone while sitting in a boat with water all around. Person opens the box, lifts the phone from the hand and brings it closer to his face. And this was the image, the video that we got. As you can see, this is the image that it generated and it looks very realistic. Now the best part about Gen 4 is that you can take actions. So you can say use the current frame, or you can say video to video. Then you can basically take this iPhone and put it into any other situation and it will still look the same. For example, on Gen 4 I can basically put my same picture and I can add a description that the person in the photo is walking with fire in the background and he is having a evil smile on his. And as you can see, you have fire, you have sword in the hand, you have that evil smile, and that is image to video on Gen 4. You can also do actions in which you can expand this video, you can edit this video, you can do video to video. So I can do style transfer if I want to do that. I can also use the current frame. So I can take this frame and then I can ask it to do anything with it that I want, and this character would remain pretty much the same. That's the best part about Runway Gen 4. AI is transforming every industry, be it filmmaking to animated videos to even building mobile apps to even research and lead generation and sales. And this is the perfect time for you to upskill with AI. Hit the like button and subscribe. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Check out HubSpot's guide to Claude with the link in the description. Follow me for more, and I will see you in the next video. Till then, keep upskilling with AI. I'll see you in the next one.